So, as those of you who've been coming to the summit for years know, we have an annual Golden Funnel Award to recognize somebody in this field who's doing exceptional work. And this year, we actually took nominations. And so a number of you actually sent us nominations with really beautiful explanations of why you are nominating this person. And it was hard to pick one. And what was so exciting was that there were so many people who are doing incredible work to choose from. And so we want to start by sharing who has won this prestigious award in the past. I do want to say, I feel like it sort of started off as a little bit of a joke award, and now it has really, I think, become kind of a prestigious award. And so I just want to, like, that is 10 years right there, right? And as I think Abe mentioned yesterday, it was sitting in the background of Louise's presentation the other day as well. So it's proudly presented in places. So I like that arc. So Abe, if you want to go through the years.
Sure. Take a little trip down memory lane.
Yeah, we are
here.
very different heights.
Yes. There we go. Let's see. I'm not advancing. There we go. Okay. All right. So it started back in 2015, just a few years after Rich Earth Institute began. And that was when Kim Nace and I began presenting the award to the two of the founding members of the Rich Earth Institute, Peter and Marian Abel. They also got a urine pasteurizer named after themselves.
I do also recommend checking out the progression of the actual physical award throughout these pictures.
Yes, right. So there's the golden funnel, literally a funnel painted gold on a pedestal. Then we awarded the second year to Dr. Nancy Love, who is here in person in attendance, who has been doing scientific research on urine diversion and leading the way in the United States for well over a decade. Then Jay and Janet Bailey, who were the two farmers at Fairwinds Farm in Brattleboro, who an encounter that I had with them in the hardware store in Brattleboro was one of the first impetuses for the Rich Earth Institute to form. They really wanted urine fertilizer on their farm, and they continue to receive it. Sean Schaffner, also here in person, the Puru himself, doing education and performance and art and inspiration everywhere he goes around Excreta. Ben Howard in the Midwest, a one-man juggernaut pushing for source separation in some of the less typical places you might find it. And Luis Raguet with the Marcel, and as we saw today, many advances since. Pat Lando, who has been working on regulations and implementation for urine diversion for many years. Will Tarpey, pivotal in the Container-Based Sanitation Alliance, and also some high-tech urine treatment. And very recently, Tove Larsen, who received it last year. I think we called her the Queen Bee of Pee, because she had been, since the very beginnings of urine diversion in Europe, writing some of the foundational papers and just unceasingly pushing forward on urine diversion, both scientifically and down to earth, and pushing forward as well with helping the Laufin Save come into being. So these are our illustrious. Oh, sorry, there's one more. Okay, I thought so. I thought she was last year. That was the last.
Sorry.
So these are our previous winners of the Gold Funnel Award, which brings us to this year, 2024, to this most gorgeous golden funnel.
Which, for those in person, I highly recommend looking closely at. It is a work of art. It was made by Brian E. Morrow Crowes. Cribs. Sorry.
Hold that up a little.
There, we can see it.
There you go. See that, everyone out in Zoom land? I'll give you a 360.
Afraid of like.
There it is. All right.
Okay.
So this is the 2024 Gold Funnel Award.
Thank you. Drum roll, please. This year's goes to Jenna Senecal in Sweden. Thank you for being here. And I want to pass the mic actually off to Nicola, who nominated you and wrote a beautiful description as to why you should win this year. And are you still here?
If there's something happening in your room,
You should probably unmute yourself. Yeah. Oh, yes. What's happening over there? Can you unmute yourself? Yes.
There we go.
We hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Amazing. My internet has been a bit unstable, so I'm just hoping it's good enough. Well, I'm very honored to have nominated my boss and very close friend, Jenna Senecal, who is the co-founder of Sanitation 360, a Swedish company turning human urine into a sustainable and granular fertilizer for farmers. And her vision is to create a more circular and sustainable world by reducing eutrophication and redirecting nutrients back into our food supply. And Jenna has not only dreamt of and worked on achieving this, a world where urine recycling is the norm since she was a kid, but she is the most genuinely kind-hearted person out there. And as her first employee, which I would argue isn't an easy feat for any boss, and on top of that, I was a very lost 23-year-old when I started, fresh out of university, and I felt very lonely in this new adult working life. But Jenna took me under her wings and has made me feel at home at both work and in my everyday life. She cares so much about the people around her, and I'm so impressed with how she handles everything every day. In our online meetings, she often juggles both taking care of her two young kids, who I've also been lucky enough to get to know and are the sweetest. And she does this while answering challenging business questions from municipalities and investors. And not only that, but she does it with such grace and warmth. She really lights up every room, always making people feel so heard and so valued. And she's also a big advocate for mental health. And she always encourages me to take mental health days when needed, which has been incredibly supportive. And just imagine if everyone had a boss who supported them to that extent. In terms of urine, the topic that we're all here to talk about, despite the pressure that we faced from municipalities and investors and people around us to sell the urine fertilizer to high-end markets to increase our profits, Jenna remains committed to providing affordable fertilizers to farmers, staying true to her mission of closing the loop between cities and agriculture. So Jenna is truly leading the way for urine recycling in Sweden and inspiring others around the world. And she deserves every bit of recognition for her vision and hard work and kindness. So thank you for being you, Jenna, and for being the best boss and friend I could ever ask for.
Thank you so much, Nicola.
Am I supposed to talk now?
And
Wow.
Jenna, if you unmute yourself, yeah, I think if I pass this way, you might, there we go. Yeah,
Oh, it worked.
there we go.
Thank goodness.
Amazing. Wow, thank you. This is such an honor, and I mean, Nicola, that was insane how sweet you are with your speech. You were truly amazing. I mean, you all saw her video earlier today. She's an incredible employee. But I have to also big thank you to Rich Earth Institute and Bright Water Tools and everyone else who has presented in these last few days. It's been we're all facing uphill battles and trying to get this going, but these last 3 days have been so inspirational to see how much work is still going on. And a lot of us have been in this field for over 10 years, and it is incredible, this pivotal change that is happening now, that municipalities are reaching out and asking for how can we scale this up, that I really think we're on this brink of making a huge impact. So I'm really excited about the future to come, and this just tops it all off with ending these last 3 days. Thank you so very much. It's been incredible.
Thank you so much for your incredible work.